Hit 'Em Up diss track against Bad Boy Entertainment and Biggie Smalls was one of the most savage diss tracks of all time. In fact, many argue it was the best of all time. When it comes to hip-hop battles, it is certainly remembered for establishing one of the most memorable moments in hip-hop history. It was safe to say Tupac won the battle and destroyed the opposition. Tupac teamed up with his Outlawz to put this track together, famously saying, "Y'all niggas ain't even on my level. I'ma let my little homies ride on you." It was clear that the group members were close, and Tupac was a mentor to them. They seemed to look up to him as an older brother. However, at the time, little did people know that tragically, out of all the members who rapped on the track, only one would be alive today. Even the producer, Johnny J, is no longer here. Here are the tragic details about the Outlawz who appeared on the Hit 'Em Up diss track. The friendship between Tupac and Yaki Gaddafi was the basis from which the Outlawz came together. Kadafi was friends with Muta Napoleon Bill and introduced him to Tupac. They visited him when he was in jail, and Tupac decided to form a group with them. Ironically, they were from the New York and New Jersey area. But they became known as West Coast rappers, repping the West Coast in the infamous East versus West Coast battle, which was fueled by the rivalry between Tupac and Biggie Smalls. Although Tupac was from New York, he moved around a lot during his childhood. He went to high school in Baltimore, then moved to California. It was in California, in the Bay Area, where his career took off. Then he fell in love with the state, and the rest is history. Tupac's killing in Vegas hit the Outlawz the hardest. They were only teenagers at the time, and witnesses say they were inconsolable at the hospital, where friends and family gathered. The person it hit the hardest was Kadafi, who grew up with Pac and saw him as a brother. In fact, they were godbrothers. He was even telling people that he believed he would die soon. Friends said it was clear that he didn't want to live anymore. Just 2 months after Tupac's death, Kadafi was killed in a New Jersey apartment complex. He was leaving his girlfriend's apartment and was met by Muta Bill's cousin, Roddy. After an exchange, he got shot in the head. Till this day, Roddy insists the shooting was an accident, and that although he was holding a gun, he didn't intend for it to go off. He served around 9 years in prison and has been in and out of jail since. Muta said that it hurts him to the core that his own cousin was the one who killed Kadafi, and that he chooses to believe that it was an accident.
And a member of Tupac Shakur's entourage, a witness to the shooting that left the rapper mortally wounded, has himself been killed. The murder on Sunday is further complicating an investigation already hindered by uncooperative witnesses. UPN's Sue Keenan has the story.
He was a rapper who toured with Tupac Shakur. 19-year-old Yafeu Fula was shot in the head early Sunday morning on the 3rd floor of the housing project where he was visiting his girlfriend. She found him slumped on the hallway floor, said he'd made a joke as he answered the door.
He said, "Yeah, what if somebody coming to kill me?" We all started laughing, like, "Just get the door." And then he came to the door.
And then you heard the gunshot. Late today, police were holding 2 juveniles in connection with the murder. And on the streets of Montclair, where the young rapper grew up, friends listened to his music and angrily objected to reports Fula's death was in some way connected to the fact he'd been part of Tupac Shakur's entourage.
Kadafi was only 19 when he was killed. Even at a young age, his rap and writing skills were noticed. Under the mentorship of Pac, he began to make a name for himself in the rap game. Many believe had he lived, he would have gone on to be a successful rapper in his own right. Also appearing on the Hit 'Em Up diss track was Bruce Washington, also known as Hussein Fatal. Fatal's famous opening lines on the track are, "Get out the way, y'all, get out the way, y'all. Biggie Smalls just got dropped." After Tupac's death, the Outlawz signed to Death Row Records. It is believed that Tupac was against them signing to the label and that he would never have agreed to it. Not wanting to have anything to do with Death Row and wanting to honour Tupac's wishes, Fatal chose to part ways with the Outlawz. He was the first outlaw to release material after Pac's death. He released 3 studio albums and numerous mixtapes with Relativity Records. This made him label mates with Busy Bone, 3 6 Mafia and the Beatnuts. His debut, In the Line of Fire, reached top 50. He stayed true to his New Jersey roots in his music and was considered to be a talented rapper. Showing Tupac's influence, Fatal had some success in the early to mid 2000s, collaborating with DMX and Ja Rule, among many others. Ja Rule's successful Blood in My Eye album, which went to number 6 on Billboard, featured Fatal on 4 tracks. It's believed that Fatal helped Ja Rule incorporate some of Park's style into his music. Fatal went on to become the most successful outlaw. The group actually had issues with being signed to Death Row. In the absence of Suge Knight, who was in and out of jail, they were unable to release new music initially. Fatal signed with 2 other labels and eventually rejoined the Outlawz in 2009. He helped invigorate the group, who had so many setbacks and departures of other members over the years. 15 years after the death of Park, the Outlawz released their final album, Perfect Timing, in 2011. On July 10, 2015, Fatal was killed in a car accident. His girlfriend was driving. Later, it was revealed that she was driving under the influence. She was charged with a DUI, reckless driving, and vehicular homicide. And finally, we have E.D.I. E.D.I. is the only rapper on the Hit 'Em Up track that is alive today. When asked about it, he said it's depressing to think about it. He pointed out that this also applies to Tupac's song All About You, featuring Nate Dogg. Only he and Snoop are the 2 surviving rappers on the track. And even the producer of both tracks, Johnny J, is also no longer here, believed to have died in jail. E.D.I. also appeared on Tupac's album All Eyes on Me on 3 tracks, including When We Ride and Thug Passion. He also appeared on Tupac's posthumous album, The Don Killuminati, The 7-Day Theory. When the Outlawz signed to Death Row, another posthumous album from Tupac, Are You Still Down, Remember Me, was released. E.D.I. produced 6 songs on that album. The Outlawz released their album in 1999, Still I Rise, and then another album on their own label 2 years later. Watch to the end for a chance to win an Amazon gift card. Many rappers have spoken about Hit 'Em Up and how it was so iconic in hip-hop. Eminem, on the radio station Shade 45, said, "I feel like that was the first time I have ever heard anybody get that personal on a diss. Most of it was personal, below the belt jabs. It was done so well, and the record was just so crazy. The Tupac Biggie thing was tough, because you liked them both. You were stuck in this weird thing, where you were bumping to a Tupac diss record, then you were bumping something from Biggie that might be dissing Tupac in it." Hit 'Em Up was considered a turning point in the whole East Coast-West Coast battle. The song has been used in discussions about anger in rap music, even in academic studies. Because in the end, both Tupac and Biggie lost their lives, most believe senselessly, in a dispute that went too far. Thanks for watching. In the comments, write a sentence stating what content you want to see from this channel in the future. It could be more Tupac videos, Aaliyah videos, more Whitney videos, or net worth videos. Whatever suggestions you have, just a short sentence. Your comment will enter you into a contest to win a $100 Amazon.com gift card. Make sure you are subscribed because the giveaway is a thank you to everyone who has helped this channel approach 10,000 subscribers. Head over to Instagram and follow me there too. The winner will be announced in my next video, hopefully next Friday, by the latest, both on Instagram and on YouTube. Thanks for watching and supporting this channel, it means so much to me. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss the announcement next week.